Hey guys, welcome back to Steel Mountain Moto. This is Marcus here. So today is going to be a beautiful day. So we've got an upcoming event on the weekend here. So Scott's dropped off his bike with me to get cleaned while he is the unlucky poor soul to be stuck at work alongside Jersey. So I'm off. I'm going to try to enjoy the weather, but I'll be enjoying working on my bike, working on his bike, cleaning it up, as well as helping take out the little bit of scratch he got on his windshield. Now the scratch is unintentionally my fault. So what was happening was we were doing the cam on the bike and I wasn't there for the last portion of it when they actually finished the cam. Scott and Jersey were working on it together. They decided to turn on the bike, test it out. And what happened was the garage started slowly moving and bang, it hit right on his windshield of his bike. A little bit of scratches on that, so we're gonna see if we can take that out and, you know, make it look a little bit better, because he's got a nice Clockworks windshield on there, and you know, it's tough. You can't really just repair it. It's not paint, right? It's a windshield. It's made of, like, I wouldn't say plastic, but some sort of plastic. So we're gonna try our best at attempt to get that out, and let's see what happens. All right, so first let's get my bike out of the way. So I started covering my bike. Not a lot of people do that, actually. It's a little bit of an underrated thing. I do it because, you know, I'm not rich and have a massive garage. My garage door actually opens up right over my bike and dust flies off of it. So, you know, I want to protect that. All right, so the other thing I got here is this little sticker. This little sticker is from Tail of the Dragon. If you don't know what Tail of the Dragon is, it's a not so little road in the United States of America. It's a road that goes through Tennessee, North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. And what it is all these turns. I think it's something like 314 turns in 11 miles. Somewhere around those kind of specs. So I got this sticker while we were down there. My plan was to put it right on my center dash here. I think that looks kind of cool in there. And, you know, just like nice little memorabilia of being down there. I actually took this bike down there through the tail, and it was wicked. It was probably the best trip I've ever taken, and one I will always do 100 times. You tell me we're going to tail, I will do it. We've gone down there 2 years in a row now. We won't this year. We were thinking of staying in Canada this year, doing our nice trip, because what we usually do is we go out for like a week. It'll take us, so from the GTA, took us about 2 days to get down there, taking our time, doing some nice little rips. That looks pretty gnarly. I like that. So we do some nice little rips down there and ride around there for a week. And it's pretty wicked. All right, so first things first is we gotta move around these bikes, get these out of the way. I will probably put Scott's bike at the front. And that way I got room to bring it in, get it under the light so I could do a nice some polishing, detailing on it. And FYI, I am operating on a fractured toe right now. Not ideal. Shouldn't do that at all. But here I am, I'm stupid. This bike's actually pretty smooth. This is my first time on Scott's bike. So thanks, Scott. Oh, and your bars hit the windshield there. Sorry about that. Or his little covers there. So let's take a look at what we're working with here. Yeah, don't try to heal up a broken foot. Don't be like me. All right, Scott. So this is what we're working with today. That is the scratch that it made. So we're gonna try to get that out, but first we gotta clean his bike. His bike's filthy. Look at this. Well, I mean, okay, so as a compliment to him and all other riders out there that have a dirty bike, that means you use it. It's not a garage queen. But like, come on, like, what is that? Is that coffee? Is that coffee? Come on. Filthy. Absolutely filthy. But nonetheless, let's get cracking. All right, so you take your bags off first. Oh, look at that. Scott's left us some graphene spray for him. It's a little hint saying, hey, when you're done cleaning it, ceramic coat it for me, or graphene coat it, which I was gonna do anyways. So, get your bag off. And remember, if you don't know how to get a bag off, watch another YouTube video. Maybe we should make a YouTube video of that. Now, I lay these flat when I put them on the table. If you put them standing up, you do risk a little bit of wind catching them, and not a good time. Oh, damn, tighten that up. So yeah, if the wind catches them, knocks them over. These are painted. They're expensive. I think replacement bags from Harley are somewhere up in like the $2 plus range. You don't want to be spending that if you don't need to. But that is one of the risks you have owning a bagger. This is filthy. This is disgusting. So once that's off, Scott said you got a crescent wrench, which I'm gonna need because he likes to absolutely torque that down. I guess make sure no one steals it. Okay guys, well, I'm an idiot. I've been talking this whole time without a mic on. It was on my sweater, I took it off. But there's some good points I was making anyways, you know. I can't even remember when I took my sweater off. I think we missed that back fender there. So let's move at this. There we go, get it nice and clean. Yeah, some of the other more important things, right, were, you know, just work from the top down. Don't be afraid to get your bike wet, because, again, we've rode through places like Tennessee, Virginia, up at 3,000, 4,000 feet altitude, and the bikes got wet. So don't be afraid to get everything wet. Not to say disregard it and pretend it's not there. You know, like your radio, right? Well, your radio's fine. I mean, your speakers, your intake, right? Just trying to avoid it, but don't spray directly at it. Like I'm spraying the other spots, but you know, again, Harley engineers are very smart. Harley picked them very precisely, so they know what they're doing. They know that you can get a bike wet. It's fine. And they know exactly where you can get it wet and where not to. Right? Some guys still cover it up, which is fine. Cover it up, makes you happy. Go ahead. I used to cover it up, everything, but then you're just like, unless you're doing it professionally, there's no need. Some people don't even ride often enough where they need a professional detail. They just do it like once a season. I try to do a deep clean, you know, every month or so. You know, or at least just when my bike starts to look dirty. Like I just cleaned it because it was absolutely filthy, covered in bugs. Scott's bike is absolutely filthy, covered in bugs as well, because we ride, you know. Not to toot our own horns, but sometimes we ride more in one day than guys ride in a whole season, which is fine, right? Again, rider's a rider, right? You know, whether you're riding just to the grocery store, around the corner, to grab beers with your boys, at least you got a bike, at least you ride. That is a hell of a lot more than a lot of guys do. All right, it's, you know, at least you have a bike. We're one big community. There's no need for all this shit talking like, oh, you, brother, you don't ride. Your kickstand leans harder than your Harley. Like, okay, relax. Like, at least you have a bike. There's a lot of friends that I have that, as great as it would be for them to have a bike, that's fine, right? If it's not for you, it's not for you, right? I encourage them. I say always try it out, you know. I don't say grab a 600 or 1,000 and absolutely send it and see what the thrill's all about. No, it's first thing I say is do the weekend motorcycle course, because you learn from scratch and it's a lot of fun, right? And I don't think I've heard anyone ever get seriously injured on a motorcycle course. For sure it's happened, but again, it's one of the safer spots where you can try it with little to no risk, have a good weekend, and it's a win-win. See if it's for you or not, because that's what it's all about, right? Just see if it's for you, have some fun. Okay, so that's done. And then, we gotta get his bags. Bags are filthy. We'll let his bike dry off for a little bit. Let's go do his bags. But we're not done with his bike yet. I'll show you. If any of you caught it, there's one very important place that we intentionally leave for last every time. The front of the bags are always the dirtiest, because that's where it catches all the bugs. And the bottom, especially that right bag over there, because that's what's getting all the exhaust, all the soot from the exhaust. Yeah, and take your time, right? Don't need to be all abrasive with it. You know, you apply a little bit of pressure, you get those bugs and everything off. But that's it. Oh man, look how filthy that is on the inside. It is gray. His white bike is gonna be gray. Bags are done. Rinse them down, we'll let them dry off. See, and as you're rinsing down, that's why it's good to do it right away, is because you notice like some spots that, you know, you might want to go over once more. We're not perfect. I know I'm not. You just go over, quick little once over again. You know, you might see a little, just slight different touch of dirt. You know, it's always just going to be a different shade, so you can usually catch that right away. I would really like to get the soot out, but I know it's, for one, it's going to keep coming back, and two, it's like for sure just stained in there. Oh, it's actually getting better. It's not terrible, actually. Oh yeah, okay, it's coming out. A little bit of elbow grease. So now for the next part, clean the wheels. Leave this for last because, you know, it's at the bottom, and you know, you want to, you know, again, it's just work from the top down. It's just easier. Let things drip onto it, because all that soap is going to start to catch as much as it can off the wheels and get that off. So again, I'm using a wheel cleaner. All right, this most wheel cleaners are acidic, so you don't want to leave it on for too long. That's also why I don't do it at the beginning. You just kind of spray it. By the time you're done spraying it and scrubbing it down, it's ready to get off. When you're doing a car, you can do all four sides. On a bike, it's a little different. So ideally, you're supposed to have a hoist, lift up the bike, rotate the wheels as you do it. Shears has got my her Scott's jack right now, so I clean as much as I can, roll it back a few feet, and do it again. So, oh, I'm starting to run out. So again, I'm using Chemical Guys. If you want to, you know, sponsor me and get me a little bit more, that'd be great. We're done that. So again, now let's roll the bike backwards. So you get on that brake, and that's his alarm. Again, Scott's favorite front fender. He likes a shorty. So one good thing about it is you don't have to rotate it much to get access to the whole wheel. Versus mine, you do. Now let's do the back. The rear wheel's a little bit more trickier, because just like having a big front fender, you only have access to like maybe 3/4 of the wheel. So did that. Now we can roll it back once again, and you're good to go. All right, so we're done with that rear wheel. Okay, we're all done. Now for the fun parts. So now that we're inside, a couple things. One, you could see, you can start to see all the stuff that you have really missed. This is a spot we're working with, so I like to give it a nice clean down first. Again, really make sure, check everything out. So the very first thing is we're gonna use Chemical Guys Extreme Compound, okay? V32. Put a generous amount here, all right? I'm gonna hit the area, and then I'm gonna hit it with like the rest of my polisher as well. It looks a lot better right away. Let's wipe this away, see how it's starting to look. Oh my God, what a difference. What a difference already. Wow. Gotta get this in a closer look. Look at that. You can barely see it now. Look, you can barely see it. That is crazy. Well, I'm impressed with myself. Give myself a little pat on the back. Scott's gonna be very, very happy now. Okay, so once you're at this stage though, you're not done yet, okay? Because it looks good, but it can keep getting better every time, right? So let's hit it with the next step. 34, which is a hybrid compound for paint correction, remove scrolls and scratches. I'm using the same pad because I like to keep my other pads for a 36 and 38. Still looking pretty good. About the same. Again, we are almost done. Same thing. You just keep repeating the same steps, same process. This is amazing. I'm patting myself on the back because this is truly coming out really, really good. Again, let's take a closer look at it. Like, you can only just see the indents of it. Just barely. There you go, just barely. This is great. That's fantastic. Okay, now for the final step. Is our finishing polish. The finishing, why you really shouldn't skip this step is because it's gonna lock in pretty much the rest of what you just did. V38 paint correction finishing polish. So we're gonna hammer at it one more time. And there we have it. Finished windshield. Now some detailers can finish off on that step without using one more microfiber like I'm doing. Again, I'm not that good. There is a technique that I haven't learned, but from what I've done here, it's pretty great. So again, I'm not gonna bore you guys with wiping down a bike. All right, we're done here. So we're gonna essentially see Scott's reaction when he comes to pick it up later today. I finished this way faster than I thought I would have finished. I thought this would have taken me all day, but Scott dropped it off at about 8 o'clock and it's 9:40 right now. So we're pretty good. So what I could say to him is, you know, lunchtime, come grab your bike and let's go for a little lunch trip, because that'll be perfect. So hopefully he's down for that. We'll record that. And if not, no, actually, yeah. Let's see where our adventure takes you in a few minutes.